Okay, so we're going to have a little look at multiplication and division today. We're going to first look at multiplication and a new word. So the new word is going to be product. So what this means is we say when two numbers are multiplied, we get the product. So the product of two numbers is just the multiplication of them. So let's say 2 times 3 is 6. Well, then 6 is the product of 2 and 3. That new word is going to be really, really important for us to remember. Another thing is just to bear in mind that you might see multiplication written like this more often. So whenever we have a number in brackets and another number stuck to it, that means we're going to multiply those two numbers together. So let's take, say, 4 and 10. You would get 4 multiplied by 10, which is 40. Okay? So we just have to get more used to this kind of notation. To start off with our multiplication, we're going to do a long example. So we're going to take 48 multiplied by 31. You would have probably done this in primary school. Now we have calculators, we can probably use them more often, but it's always good to have a way of doing this by hand, always. So we're going to take this number here and multiply it by both of these. So 1 times 8 is going to be 8, and 1 times 4 is 4. Brilliant. We put a 0 below the 8, and then take 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Leave the 2 up there. 4 goes here. 3 times 4 is 12, plus our 2 is 14. And then we just add these two together. We get 8, 8, 4, 1. So you probably would have done this before. It's pretty straightforward. You can check it in a calculator. Won't be too hard. Again, I'm not expecting you to always do it like this. If you're asked to do it out by hand, do it like this. But a lot of the time you can use your calculators. Let's move on to division. So division is basically the complete opposite of multiplication. You're going backwards. You're doing the same thing but the opposite way. It's like subtraction with addition. So we're going to look at division. We're going to take what we did before. So we're going to take that 1488, 1488, sorry, and we're going to divide it by 31. Yes, 31. So this is how we write our division. This means that we're dividing 31 into 148, or 1488, sorry. First of all, we see, can 31 go into 1? No, it can't. Can 31 go into 14? No, it can't. Can 31 go into 148? Yes, it can. How many times does it go in? With a bit of work on a calculator, it actually goes in 4 times, with like 7 remainder or something. Like it's 4.7 something. So we won't worry about that. It goes in 4 times. And we multiply this 4 by 31, and we'll get 124. So remember, I'm using a calculator to do this kind of stuff back, but it's good to be able to write it out as you're going. Now we subtract these two. So this is 4 by 31, you get 124 put down here. You take these two away, and you end up with 24. Then you see this number here, number 8, you bring it down here, and 31 into 248 goes exactly 8 times. And we get this number 48. So 1488 divided by 31 is 48. Or 31 multiplied by 48 will give you 1488. So it's the same thing but going backwards. We're trying to find out what we need to multiply with 31 to get this big number. And that's 48. So although you can use your calculator to do all of these things, it's really nice to know why we're doing it and what's actually happening. But remember to always use your calculators when you can to check these answers, because if you get something wrong by a very small issue, then you're, like, if you make one bad mistake here, you're going to mess up your answer. So always double check with your calculator. There will be a video later on how to use calculators properly and how to use all the different functions on them, because that'll be new to you as well.